All right. I know that there's no way you guys are going to see this or really have an appreciation for it, but this road is straight for exactly 1 mile from here. And so what I'm going to do is kind of skirt the road and see how far I can get until I either get a fail-safe or it completely cuts out. This is a fat tactic so that if and when it does fall, I don't have to walk a mile out in the middle of a field. Let's see what happens. All right. And I didn't completely lose it until I turned it around. So I don't know if at that point I just didn't have good line of sight between the transmitter and the receiver antennas or what. But that's all right. Now I'm interested in just how far we got. So let's take a ride and see. I think the funny thing is that the video was fine. It's the transmitter link that fell out before anything else. Keep that in mind when you guys are acting like you need tons of milliwatts in order to fly any distance. I'm running 500 milliwatts on a Rush VTX. So the whole 800 megahertz argument, I don't know, man. I don't think it really matters what I'm putting together. All right, this is where I took off from and flew down there. Let me move my wheel out of the way, and I was a solid 0.7 before I ever turned in here, before I ever got to the lane. I'm gonna call this 3/4 of a mile. So I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I wasn't really sure what to expect with range, and I was always afraid to fly any more than like 200 yards away. You know, at that point, just not knowing, all I could think was, I'm gonna lose link and I'm not going to be able to find this thing. So as long as I'm not pressing my luck too much or too far, I'm thinking I should be okay. To completely blast the 1/4 mile I did, just over a 1/4 mile the other day. So might have to just see where this thing can take me. At this point, I'm definitely not worried about losing video, because in my mind the video was at its most unoptimal angle, because I have my antenna coming straight out the back of the quad. It's not angled up, it's just coming straight out of the back where it's not in anything's way. But see, here's how I'm running the quad. So the VTX antenna just comes out the back, because I was tired of them getting all bent up and chopped up and pulled on and everything else, and I've had great luck with it being right here. Here are receiver antennas, and I tried to get one coming kind of straight out the back and one straight up the top, and all I can think is that when I turned, it was blocking too much coverage, too much access to the antenna, and it cut out. But I'm anxious to have you guys' thoughts on this, because if I can get...
New message from Kimmy. Would you like to hear it?
But I'm anxious to have you guys' thoughts on this, because if I can get...
New message from Kimmy. Would you like to hear it?
But if you guys have any recommendations for how to set this thing up and run it, I would be more than happy to hear.